Hello everyone, Taiwana Michelle here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you have been here before. If you don't know who I am a therapist and recovery coach, and I help people who are struggling with codependency, narcissistic abuse, and interpersonal trauma. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about why you cannot reason with the narcissist. I'm going to give you 5 reasons, okay? So let's start with the first reason you can't reason with the narcissist. Basically because they don't want to reason with you. Remember that the narcissist likes to keep you off balance, likes to confuse you. And one of the ways they do that is by pretending that they don't understand what you're saying. It could be the simplest logic, and they'll repeatedly say they don't understand. They'll try and get you to repeat themselves. They'll even respond in word salad, which is just meaningless words that don't make sense. They kind of go in circles, and you're like, what are you talking about? And you just cannot have a logical, rational discussion with them about anything that matters. Because they don't want to. It's something that they do to make you feel like you're either stupid or that they're stupid. They'll try and play dumb just to confuse you and throw you off. You know, it's really all about that. They don't want to have a logical conversation with you, especially if it is about them, which is something that we're going to get to as one of the reasons. But yeah, basically because they don't want to. They don't want to reason with you. They want to keep you off balance and confused. It's a form of gaslighting. The second reason that you cannot reason with the narcissist is that the narcissist has to always feel that they have the upper hand, that they are superior to you. And so if you're having a discussion with the narcissist, and let's say you guys are disagreeing about something, and after explaining your side, your position, even if they feel that, okay, this makes sense, you're actually right, and I do agree with you, even if they're thinking that, they're not going to say it out loud because they cannot agree with you. They cannot acknowledge that you're right. They cannot acknowledge that you're making sense. Again, remember, it's kind of related to the first thing that I said about them wanting to keep you kind of off your game. So they want to make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. So the narcissist basically cannot agree with you about anything or acknowledge that you're right, because that they would feel like that would kind of give you an edge over them. I mean, we know that's not the case. In basic communication, everyone has different points. You may agree to disagree, but even if you don't agree with someone, you're still able to acknowledge that, okay, what they're saying makes sense. I get what you're saying. I can see that you're right about some of those things. Well, the narcissist cannot even do that. They cannot even go there. So that's another reason why you can't reason with the narcissist. And the third reason that you cannot reason with the narcissist is that they cannot hear your message or accept what you're saying if it's about them. So if you are calling the narcissist out on some of their behaviors, talking to them about things that make you feel uncomfortable, things that you would like them to change, then they're going to, again, play the dumb, confused role. They're not going to be able to hear you. If they do, they're going to argue against it. They're going to reject what you're saying. Even if you're giving them concrete, like examples, they're still going to totally reject what you're saying. For instance, you can even have receipts. I have had instances where I have confronted the narcissist. I shouldn't have. Like, you don't want to be confronting the narcissist about things that they do because they're going to deny it. And this was even after I was no longer with this person, and he was hoovering, trying to get me back. So I told him, I'm not going back to you. You were so abusive to me. I told him some things that he said to me that really hurt my feelings. He basically denied it. So I had text messages, screenshots of things. These people are going to deny, even if you have concrete evidence, black and white, and then they are also going to project. They're going to flip it around onto you. They're going to say, well, if I did say this, if I did do this, it's because you did or said something that caused me to do it. So to reason with you about their behavior would mean that they would have to acknowledge it and accept it. And they're not going to do it because they're constantly denying and projecting. The fourth reason that you cannot reason with a narcissist is that they are often in a state of delusion, or they're irrational. Basically, the narcissist starts to believe their own lies. So they kind of start with the whole denial and projection. The more they tell themselves that, the more they believe it. So they become very delusional, and you cannot reason with them because they cannot accept the truth. They get kind of caught in their own version of reality, which is not accurate. And so when the narcissist is in this delusional, irrational state, it's almost like they're kind of like psychotic, and they are not grounded in reality. So you cannot reason with someone who is not living in the same reality that you are in the moment. It can be very confusing because sometimes you're not sure if they are in denial about the situation, or if they really believe their own lies. And eventually, the more they tell themselves a lie, the more they start to believe it. And so at that point, you cannot reason with them. If they say the sky is red and the sky is clearly blue, and you're trying to get them to see that, but in the irrational, crazy world they live in, their sky is red. You can tell them until your mouth falls off. They're not going to believe it because they see something completely different. They are in a delusional state at that point. And the fifth reason that you cannot reason with the narcissist has to do with you, because you have not accepted that all interaction, all communication is a game with these people. So you're still trying to approach this person, deal with this person as if they are a rational adult, as if you can have a reasonable conversation with them, as if you can really get them to see and acknowledge their behavior. You're treating them like an adult, which they are not on an emotional level. They are very emotionally immature, and it's just impossible. And that's where the denial comes in on your part. You haven't accepted that this ain't gonna work with this person. And so you really have to get to that place where you see the narcissist for who they are and you deal with them accordingly. And if you're going back and forth and they're seeming to not get it, or they're trying to confuse you and throw you off balance, or they're in complete denial about what you're saying, or if they don't want to acknowledge that you're right about something, or they're in a delusional state, they're in a different version of reality, recognize that earlier and decide to just cut off contact with them, because you're not going to win. They play by their own rules. Again, all form of communication is a game to them. So that's just how it is. That's all I have for you guys today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so, and leave a comment down below and share this video with those who you think may find it helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.